Introduction: The Nova Festival massacre of October 7 sent shockwaves globally, but the aftermath has unearthed a harrowing reality. Nearly 50 survivors have succumbed to suicide, unable to bear the weight of their trauma. Ben Shimon, a survivor himself, recently addressed the Israeli Knesset parliament, shedding light. Unpacking the trauma, the Nova Festival was meant to be a celebration of life and music, yet it became a scene of unimaginable terror as gunfire erupted, leaving dead and countless others scarred for life. For survivors like Ben Shimon, the horror of that day lingers like a specter. The trauma inflicted on survivors extends far beyond physical wounds. The psychological fallout. Shimon's testimony at the Knesset parliament offers a glimpse into the profound psychological distress afflicting Nova survivors. The insidious nature of trauma manifests in various ways, some survivors unable to even get out of bed, let alone resume their normal lives. The silence of suffering. Despite the staggering number of suicides among Nova survivors, public remains unaware of the silent epidemic unfolding behind closed doors. As Shimon bravely spoke out, imploring authorities to confront the reality of the mental health crisis. Challenges in accessing care. While the Israeli government has initiated efforts to support Nova survivors, including the establishment of counseling services, significant barriers persist in limited resources, long wait lists, and a shortage of qualified mental health professionals. The challenges faced by survivors seeking help. The role of post-traumatic stress disorder (PTSD). PTSD looms large in the aftermath of the Nova Festival massacre, casting a long shadow over survivors' lives. Flashbacks, nightmares, and hypervigilance are among the hallmark symptoms experienced by those with the aftermath of trauma. Left untreated, PTSD can have devastating consequences, driving survivors to tragic suicide. Navigating survivors' guilt. Survivors' guilt weighs heavily on those who emerged from the Nova Festival tragedy alive. The anguish of wondering why me and grappling with the sense of responsibility. The urgent call to action. In the face of mounting suicides and escalating mental health crises among survivors, there is an urgent imperative for action. Governments, healthcare systems, and communities must prioritize mental health support, ensuring that survivors have access to the care and resources they desperately need. Comprehensive trauma-informed care, including therapy, support groups, and medication management, is essential to help survivors reclaim their lives. Conclusion: The Nova Festival massacre may have faded from headlines, but its survivors continue to grapple with the enduring scars. Ben Simon's courageous testimony serves as a stark reminder of the mental health crisis. As a society, we must listen, we must act, and we must ensure that no survivor suffers in silence. Only then can we begin to heal.